Yes, my peoples, we're back
Wow,
again. You know what it is. It's
back,
Wheel It Up.
go live,
Come on,
go
the
live.
premium bar breaking service
Uh
at
huh.
the interwebs. You know how it is. It's your boy Dan.
Hey, and it's your boy Toby. And listen, this one we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna call this one an emergency appointment, man.
Aye,
You get it? When
aye.
when when things are going on and life is lifing, but you get that emergency call, you get that call from work saying, "Yo, the show's ended. You need to come into the office today." You know, we got a patient in A&E, and right now we've been called in for
Real
an emergency one, man. J.
red
Cole.
alert. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 7 minute drill. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
this is the response we've been waiting on since. Got to set the scene. Got to set the scene for the
Yeah.
people. Obviously, it's been a long running kind of back and forth, you could say, but it really kicked off when Kendrick, on Future and Metro Boomin's album, like that. Yeah, just the big. But we know the bars. Check out the breakdown. We gave that to you last week.
Yeah.
Um, Called out the big three. Listen, it's just big me. Yeah, don't compare me to your age mates, whatever. I am standalone, and obviously J Cole has had some words to say. Toby, you
Mm.
know what I'm saying? He's
But
not going down
you,
lightly.
you know what it
Mm,
is? We're as
mm,
if you if anyone who watches, I think it's Filthy Fellas, they say something like, "We're all about
yeah,
consistency here." And
yeah.
Dan did say, like Mystic Mac, Mystic Dan, whatever you want to call it, he said,
Come on,
"We're not
come on.
gonna hear from J Cole unless it's on a project. He's not gonna fling out a Lucy to diss Kendrick." And it's only right.
100%.
J Cole has added this into his project.
Hmm.
Might delete later. He's called this one 7 minute drill. It's actually the outro on the album. So if and,
Yeah.
if you know ball, he's put it right at the end for you lot. You know what I'm saying? He's not put it on as the intro, so then you leave the album. He's
No, no.
saying, no, you got to get to the end of the album
Get
before you
through
get
those
this one.
11 tracks before you get to the one that we all want to listen to. Exact. Very smart. He's a shrewd businessman, J. Cole. I feel like this isn't really a Meek Mill Drake, you know what I mean, kind of unpreparedness. This is a strategic play. You know what I mean? These are the real heavyweight champs. No offense, Meek Mill, but we're talking about the Mount Rushmore right now. So, there's going to be, they're all prepared.
Yeah.
They've all got diss tracks. And yeah, as I said, the EP. I'm assuming again this is a prelude to the fall off, which is
Mm-hmm.
what we're all waiting on, and it is giving EP feel, right? I mean, I know it's been called an EP, but might delete later. It's the Lucy's off the album that didn't make it, so
Yeah, and it's
it's
not there's no rollout, right? This came
yeah,
impromptu. A lot of us was
yeah,
sleeping, enjoying our Thursday night nightmares or dreams or whatever it is. Woke up this morning and said, "Fucking hell, brother, what's going on?" J Cole, what? And I think
kicking off.
that's what he was trying to achieve with this. He wants Kendrick to wake up and think, "Fucking hell, my name again? My name's getting mentioned." But again,
Hmm.
this is what Kendrick wanted. This is what all the rap fans wanted. We wanted J Cole to respond. And that's what he's doing. He's responding.
Absolutely.
So let's go straight in, man, without further ado.
Hmm.
7 minute
100%.
drill.
And to be honest, this is the response we wanted. Drake, whilst Drake is doing motivational speeches
Yeah.
on tour, J Cole's coming with the bars. So
Yeah.
obviously, yeah,
All right,
go
man.
ahead and Drake.
Listen, do
Let's
you
go.
think also, I mean, this song is 3 minutes,
Mm.
33 seconds. So there might be something in there. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is
But yeah, there might be something in there. Let's let this ad run. But as I said,
Yeah.
J. Cole's here and he's not playing games. And this is the first time J. Cole's released a disc record solely for someone. So it must be good, man.
Yeah,
Let's tuck in.
yeah. Let's go. Let's get it.
yeah. Turn it up. Yeah, turn the vocal up. Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody dissing. You want some attention? It come with extensions. My dog.
Okay.
Ooh,
Light work
let's
is
go.
coming like PWC. Yeah, one of the big four.
Mm.
Obviously, there's probably something there. PWC, one of the big four. It's one of the big three. Cold world. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I come with the heat. Yeah, he said like I woke up.
Yeah,
I woke up and they say somebody dissing and if it might you better come with extensions. Okay. I'll have to
yeah.
let me set up for this one. Let me set up slightly.
And of course, he's gonna allude to Kendrick Lamar clout chasing, right? He's coming out calling him. He wants some attention, but
Mm.
you're gonna need your. It comes with extensions. You know what I
Hey,
mean? This isn't
hey,
a complex. There's layers to this, yeah.
hey.
So the attention might come with more complications than you were looking for. But I like it. It's a good start. The
Mm.
beats, like, jumpy beat, skippy beat. So I can see him going in on this one. But
Mm.
yeah, man.
And
Oh
one thing
well,
I
keep the
noticed,
heat
to be
under your
fair,
seat.
I was wondering. I mean, the track will obviously play out, but I was wondering what
Mm,
kind of flow Cole was gonna go with. Was
yeah,
it gonna be the 95 South kind of flow where it's like this shit too easy for me now, like
yeah,
real venomous Cole, or like Middle Child niggas keep done like a real venomous flow. And I feel like in rap battles you have to have a venomous flow. You can't,
yeah.
I'm saying you can't soft what do they call that, the spoken word. You can't spoken
Yeah.
your word your way into a battle. You need like some level of venom. So he started kind of with venom, but let's see the rest of it. Let's play it.
Got a
Let's go.
phone call, they say that somebody dissing. You want some attention, it come with extensions. My dog like say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets, he got pension. I told him chill out.
Ah! Hey, he said
Mm,
my dog said say the word. He itching, he put in so much work in the
work
streets.
on
He
these streets.
he's
He
got
got
a
pension.
pensions. Yeah?
Hey, with a pension,
Yeah?
yeah, from running the streets. That's a different one. But
It,
I like, it's the venomous. Listen, this is the Cole that needs to come out in a rap
mm,
battle. Yeah, we
mm,
don't hear the greasy talk. We don't really hear that street talk often from Cole, other than he grew up in a wild place.
yeah.
But of course, you get what I'm saying. When the rap battles come out, of course, the you got the bad, the what I mean, the wild brethrens are
The bad
coming out,
friends.
and
Everyone's got
bad
friends.
friends.
And again, I think it's a
Mm,
clever
mm,
play on
mm.
words. Again, these guys are elite lyricists, man. And they think 10 steps ahead. Don't
Yeah,
forget, Kendrick talked about dogs, canine for all the dogs. And it's
absolutely.
no mistake that J. Cole is referring to his brethren as a dog. Again, it's like he's taken heed to what Kendrick's saying, like, for all the
Yeah,
dogs getting buried. And then obviously Cole's like, well, my dog is itching, yeah? You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
got
yeah,
he's got time in these streets. So again,
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
not by accident. That is not by accident at all. But keep a close
Sure,
eye, man, or close ear to this. Let's hear that.
intentional. Let's go.
Want some attention, it come with extensions. My dog like say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets, he got pension. I told him chill out. How I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the clinching. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Your first shit.
And he came up in the Ville, so I'm good when
Good
it's
of
tension.
tension. Yeah? He said what
He's
I
still
look
doing
like. You hear
shows.
that? He said what I look like. My dog, with my dog letting off shots or something. Like what do I look like? He said if
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
gets into shots firing, I'm the
Yeah,
one doing the
I'm the one
clinching.
doing the
Yeah?
clinching.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He said,
okay.
I told him, chill out. This is the dog, the bad breed friend. Yeah, itching. How
Yeah.
I look like having a henchman. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the clenching.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All
And
right.
it's not going to be and again, that might be a slight, look, I'm going to look into this as much as that. This is GCSE
Come on.
anthology for me. You got to
Come on.
peel back
Come
all
on.
the layers because
English language. Let's go.
when this first came out, or when Kendrick first dropped his diss, what happened?
Hmm?
Chubbs and Baka jumped on the internet. Baka, not nice, one of Drake's henchmen, was talking about if I see niggas, it's over. Like, talking all
All
that
right.
real
Yeah, yeah,
smoky
yeah,
street
yeah,
talk. And
yeah.
J. Cole's gone, my dogs were ready to do but I said, no, you man, it's me. Don't tweet. I'm outside. I'm the one who's going to be firing the shot. So I kind of like that
Yeah.
again. It's not a diss
I,
at,
I knocked the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one
exactly.
who knocks.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
it's
yeah. I
not a
like
diss at Drake necessarily, but it's also like I'm not going to do what he did. It's me. I'm here. So let's just take it
yeah.
back again and just hear the first 40 seconds play through.
Turn it up. Yeah, turn the vocal up. Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody dissing. You want some attention. It come with extensions. My dog like say the word. He on bullshit. He itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets. He got pension. I told him chill out. How I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the clinching. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was
Pause.
mass.
Pause it now.
Oh,
Listen,
wait. You
here
just
we
say,
go.
wait. There's something coming.
Shit
Wait.
was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine.
Okay.
Right, we're cooking now. Listen. This is what we're here for. All right.
Mm,
I like it. He's let it up. He's doing some light jabs. This is the first proper hook.
yeah.
This is the first significant strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your first shit was a classic. Your
Uh-huh.
last shit was tragic. Your
Your
second
second
shit,
shit put
shit put niggas to sleep, but
sleep,
they gassed it.
and then your
Your
third hit
third shit was
was
massive,
massive. Yeah.
and that
So
was your prime.
this is it. He's layered up all of Kendrick's 4 major projects. Obviously,
Exactly.
Good Kid,
First
Mad
shit,
City, classic. Yeah.
actually, first hit,
To
classic.
Pimp a
We all
Butterfly, put niggas to sleep. Yeah.
yeah. Hold on, don't skip. He said your last shit was tragic. So
Yeah.
obviously, Big Steppers and Mr. Morale, you weren't feeling it. It wasn't received very well. I think it got some critical acclaim, but the streets weren't really rocking with that one.
Right. And then your third
Um,
hit was your peak, your biggest one. See,
and of
listen,
course, damn,
listen.
yeah.
I like J. Cole Smoke and I like the angle he's going with, but as a J. Cole fan, I'm gonna have to let him know that his shit sometimes be putting niggas to sleep. So it's a little bit like
For your
pot
eyes
calling the
only,
kettle black. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
J.
100%.
Cole has one classic. You could argue Kendrick has 2 or 3. So again, it's a bit of a. I think it's one of those where he's kind of got to look in the mirror before he sends that shot a little bit to go. Is it the album angle you're gonna go at Kendrick with? Because boy,
Agreed.
Kendrick's got 2 or 3
But I
knockers,
don't,
bro.
I don't know. All right. What are we saying? Because let's really unpack this, right? I'm saying I'm giving Cole 2 classics. I'm giving Cole 2 classics.
Really,
Born Sinner
really.
and Forest Hill Drive. Oh, Born Sinner, absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay,
I'd say and Forest Hill Drive.
that's
Yeah.
fine. But I feel like you're doing that based on personal favorites. Like for me, I'd probably agree. I'd go those 2. I actually like Born Sinner more than Forest Hill Drives, and that's my favorite Cole album. But classics has to be like critical acclaim, not necessarily in terms of like accolades, but as in like the it has to be consensus, right?
Quite unanimous.
Yeah. And I don't feel as though Born Sinner is that yet. But whereas Kendrick, obviously, Good Kid, Mad City that's like a certified blueprint
Mm,
introductory album. I feel like
mhm.
Damn also has classic status from people because I think that's what
Mhm.
won the Pulitzer, so many
Yeah.
Grammys.
I'll give him that.
Damn did a lot. Like even Damn sticks in my mind with like even the imagery, like that Time magazine type of flow and
Yeah,
humble. So
yeah.
again,
Even the themes, every song being a theme or being like a deadly sin. It was brilliant. But for me, I'm giving them 2 for 2. They
okay,
got 2
okay,
classics each,
okay, okay.
which is a bit maybe not a leg to stand on to
Mm,
say, yeah, your body of works don't stand up to mine. Because let's be real, that For Your Eyes Only and Mr. Morale, they're
yeah,
both
yeah,
just I would put that, that's a lullaby
yeah,
anthem. So
yeah.
yeah. But it's a diss track, so
You
you
gotta,
gotta
yeah,
you
you
gotta
gotta
go
go
for
where
it.
you
You
gotta
gotta
go.
go for it.
But a really good
Um,
point though, Cole
mm,
made. Cole said your third one was your peak, and I was catching up, but I just hit mine. You get it? So Cole's saying that. Listen, you were the man back then when you hit Damn, because the
mm,
streets like it was like Moses in the Red Sea when Kendrick Lamar dropped Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like
extraordinary,
Kendrick dropped Damn, everybody said I am not
extraordinary,
dropping nothing for 6 months because this is crazy
extraordinary.
drip. J. Cole said, yeah, that was when your peak was. I was catching up, but now,
Mm,
yeah, there's a new dog in the yard. So let's take that little bit in again. 1 second.
mhm.
Shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine. Now I'm front up the line with a comfortable lead. How ironic, soon as I got it, now he wants something with me. What
Woo! Now I'm front of the line with a comfortable league. How ironic. Now niggas wanna fuck with me. Okay.
Yeah. That's a big
Yeah.
statement. Man saying I'm numero uno. He told you on first person shooter with a comfortable lead. The comfortable lead.
And do you
How
know what?
ironic, as soon as I got it, now he wants something from me.
And
Mm,
I think Cole's fair in that statement, and not and let me land. I don't think
mm,
necessarily no one's saying J. Cole was the biggest out of the 3 or has the best albums out of the 3, but I think consensus right now is that based on form, J. Cole's on a Jude Bellingham thing. Like, as in, like, who's the
yeah.
best player in the world as of today, based on this season and based on the last 2 years where
Mhm,
Kendrick's not really dropped, Drake's been doing these experimental albums. J. Cole is the best out of the three based on form. So again,
Yeah,
I get what
agree.
angle he's going with. He's on a Jude Bellingham thing right now. Yeah, Messi and Ronaldo, you exist, but brother, this year I might grab the Ballon d'Or. So
Where we're talking when we're talking hits, views, streams, like actually respected versus content. J. Cole in the last 18 months, honestly, the run he's been on, no one's touching him.
yeah,
No one's output. You could say Drake. Quality of content, it doesn't even come close to J. Cole right now. Drake has his moments, and obviously Kendrick's different because he disappears and comes back. But absolutely, I got to second that, man.
yeah.
He is the form guy right now, and it makes sense for him to talk that shit. Just jumping into the comments, we've got Kevin K.
Mm.
Listen, my guy, always showing love. I'm sorry, but Cole is right. Nobody is bumping those boring Kendrick albums with no replay value. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know
Hey,
what?
that's a
I
crazy
hear it,
drip.
but I'll be honest. It's an experience. Kendrick's latest albums, like in terms of Mr. Morale, I really did enjoy it first listen, but
Same.
it's I don't go back to it because it really you have to be in a kind of mood, the right setting.
And
You know
and,
what I
and, and
mean?
you know what? And that right there, to your point,
Yeah.
is in my opinion, to have a classic, right? There has to be two things that meet. It has to have hits and like listen replay value, but it also has to have a theme. I don't have any classics in my book that are not thematic. There isn't a theme running through the album, and nobody does thematic albums better than Kendrick. But to your
Mm.
point, the kind of repeatability of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, outside of one or two tunes, Rich Spirit probably was one. The intro was probably one as
Um,
well. It's
one
difficult to
about
say.
Father Time. Father Time was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But again, it's very there's not the settings. I'll be honest, like girls don't want to hear it. Like, let's be real, you're not
Mm.
really playing that in front of things. So to me, it's kind of
Is that
you
what you
need
is that what
the
you how you judge good music on playing it in front of things? Yeah, is that what you're on?
hey, are the girls gonna vibe to it? You get what I'm saying? Are you trying to hear it outside? Is it gonna secure you a wine? There's
Oh my
many
god.
categories to great music. That's all I'm saying. Like, do you know what I mean? My girl doesn't appreciate that. You know, Kendrick. But all I can say
Yeah.
is, Drake. Listen, girls love Drake. J. Cole, again, I don't know, man, but it's kind of similar because I feel like the critiques I have for Kendrick's albums, I also have for J. Cole's. But either way, good comment there. We got Victor Mensa. Where do you guys think Drake falls into? Where do you guys think Drake falls into place in all of this? He was Kendrick's main target. Should he jump in now or wait for Kendrick to respond to Cole and pre the field?
That is a
Ooh,
phenomenal question, and big up your man. Is it Mr. Victor Mensa?
Victor Mensa.
Yeah, that's giving
Yeah.
giving giving Ghanaian that name is. But you know what it is,
Mm.
yeah. Drake has to let these two play it out. Honestly, no, and when I say play it out,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not like long drawn, right? Don't let them get into a 5 song battle and then you jump in. But I think Drake has to see the lay of the land once Kendrick drops his next one, because that can change everything. Drake can allow Kendrick to drop, and if Kendrick goes fully at Cole, Drake might go, oh boy, I dodged a bullet here. Let these
You
men do their thing.
reckon?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Drake
I
Drake
don't know.
doesn't
Listen.
Drake doesn't want a war with Kendrick.
Mm,
No,
I think Drake has more to lose than Kendrick than any of these people because
precisely.
Drake, by the mainstream, is considered the greatest rapper of our generation. Hip hop heads would have different arguments, whatever, but we're talking about the average listener of music. Drake is the pin boy, he's the poster boy for hip hop. What I find interesting is a very good point Victor meant. The actual diss is directed at Drake. So he's getting killed online right now. When you see it right now, that people are saying like, "Yo, this guy is coming at your neck," and you're doing up, you know what I mean, TED
Tour.
talks
This is
on
it.
your tour. Where's the goat? Where you coming? And I think what's interesting is that I feel like with Drake, I'll be honest, the quality of music he's dropped in the last 2 years, he needs to lock in with Little Wayne, the old group, the old gang,
Mm.
40, come up with his best work. You see the sexy reds, forget that. See the little yachties, he's got to remove himself from that crowd.
Mm.
He's got to go back to the lab, go back to the old Drake, and you need a couple of months. I would say he's
And
not
and
he's
and
not match
and,
fit.
And that's my
That's
point.
for me. He's not
He
matching.
needs a couple of months, and also I think Drake's behind the eight ball. Whatever Drake does, he's gonna get harshly critiqued on it, way more than anyone else, in my opinion. Drake can give a 9, a 7 out of 10 for Kendrick, but if it doesn't take Kendrick's head off, the street's almost waiting for Drake's downfall because in our minds he lost his last battle. You know what I'm saying? The last battle he got involved in, the Pusher one, consensus in the streets is that he never, because he told us he didn't want to take it to a place where he could have taken it. You know the man there that say like
Yeah.
I could have banged him, but I didn't really want to bang him because I would have killed him. Right? Okay, that's but he's punching you. So I think just because again Drake is kind of in that position where it has to be a 10 out of 10 for him to get the ratings from the street. So he needs to buy this time, in my opinion, with his diss, as opposed to getting drawn in when Kendrick's deciding the tempo of this beef right now. You understand that, innit?
Mm, mm,
Kendrick kicked it
mm.
off, J. Cole responded. Then whenever Kendrick goes again, is when people are gonna go again. So Drake just gotta play a bit clever. But let's tuck back into it, and then
Let's
we'll,
go.
we'll
Let's
loop
go
back in
back in.
on the Kendrick stuff at the end.
Yeah, great comment so far, though.
Yeah.
Time, jump up and see where I got here off a bar line. Now I'm front up the line with a comfortable lead. How ironic, soon as I got it, now he wants something with me. Well, he caught me at the perfect time. Jump up and see where I got here off of bars, not no controversy. Funny thing about it, bitch, I don't even want the prestige. Fuck the Grammys, cause them crackers ain't never done nothing for me. Ho, slugs took my nigga soul, drugs.
Hey, J. Cole's really feeling a froggy, as they say. If you're feeling froggy leap, man said, fuck them Grammys, because them crackers ain't done nothing for
And
me.
nothing for
Ho?
me. And you know that's a
Yeah?
shot because Kendrick gets that critical. He gets all the award shows. He's got the Pulitzer Prize. He's got the Grammys. I think he's got a lot more Grammys than
17
J.
Grammys,
Cole.
bro. J. Cole has two.
17.
J. Cole has 2 Grammys. And do you know what? J. Cole's 2 Grammys aren't even for his own songs. He's got them for
Mad
first person
thing.
shooter and a lot. That is crazy when you think about it. He's got them for his features on other people's bodies of work.
Crazy.
So Kendrick being 17 ahead or 15 ahead just makes it go. J. Cole's like, fuck them niggas, man. But and
Yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. Just the end bit of what he said about I'm now on first place, and he was like, now you're feeling froggy now. Now you want to leap at me, but you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Of course. And you gotta we can't miss, boy, I got it off bars. I got here off bars, not no controversy.
Controversy.
Now, I'm sure that's a reference to control. An element of because we've seen this before from Kendrick. Jumped out of the line and came at everyone at control back
Hmm.
in 2013, I
About
believe, right?
2012, yeah,
And
sure, yeah.
and that catapulted him into the conversation. I feel like with, the greatest of our generation. His works after that solidified him there.
Hmm.
But in terms of when we're talking about Mount Rushmore, that control, that moment in time after control, really did put Kendrick in that conversation. But J. Cole's saying, no, 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 I didn't have any of those moments of me just calling out the industry. We can all do that. That's easy. I I did that from my, the hard yards,
Mm, mm,
which
mm.
which I like. Just no gimmicks, no controversy. But you know what? Yeah, man, that he's coming here. And you know what? No bars are wasted here. Every single point is there something you can dissect. It's
Yeah,
top
let's hear
quality,
it. Let's
top
hear it.
quality. Yeah, yeah.
Took another one, a rap beef ain't realer than the shit I seen in Cumberland. He averaging one hard verse like every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing on. Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga cause I fuck with him. But push come to shove.
Oh no! Okay. J. Cole just did 2 things back to back. One I liked, one I didn't like. And I know we're really dissecting every line in this because that's what we lot do. It's
Mm,
all about
mm,
every
mm,
single
mm,
lyric.
mm,
He
mm.
said he dropped one hard verse like every 30 months or something like that.
Or
Essentially
something.
saying
Yeah, he
Kendrick's.
averaging one hard verse like every 30 months.
And that's a clever little black basketball like kind of reference
Yeah.
there about like what you're averaging per game or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
But then
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
don't like how immediately after he's like, I fuck with son, so don't make me murder him. J. Cole needs to stop this whole I fuck with them. They are mad cold. When he talked about the big three, again, he was trying to do the whole friend thing, like Aubrey and me. Again, we had the snippet of Heaven's EP where he said, Cole and Drake, they're like superstars to me. Stop breading, man, that don't rate you, bro. That honestly, and that's what is gonna cause J. Cole to lose this beef. Because
Mhm.
Kendrick jumped on a tune and said, fuck the big three. Kendrick said, Cole, if you're feeling froggy, if you're saying you're a problem, let's hear it. And now,
Mm.
obviously, the first half of this, he was giving smoke. But just halfway through, he had to do that kind of, yeah, my brother, stop it. Yeah, when there's no
You know
brothers
what?
here.
It's mixed energies. At the end of the
Mixed.
day, on one hand, you can't be saying you're now I'm in front of the line with a comfortable lead, and then on the other hand, you're saying, the Lord don't make me have to smoke this nigga because I fuck with him. Kicking energy. Say it with just don't be on 50-50 on the fence. You're kind of leading the viewers to different places, and I totally agree. Like Kendrick isn't doing the pally pally thing. He's saying I am him. I am him. You don't even come near me.
And and,
Um.
and you can
So
te- you
yeah,
can
it's
you
yeah,
you can text
yeah,
that to him if you want in the background, by the way, and say, bro, by the way, I love you. But on
yeah.
the diss tune, brother, we don't want to hear that. Honestly, I have no room. And my only reservation about Cole going into this beef, and we'll hear the rest of it in a second, was that he was going to be too nice. And he
Called it.
kind of,
You called it.
and he
You did
fulfilled
say.
that. He fulfilled that
You
in
did say.
between
You
by
did say.
say, and again, we will
You
hear
did
the
say.
rest of it. Maybe he turns back up the heat and says, Kendrick, you were cheating on your missus and whatever.
Mm,
Maybe. But
you
that's the,
you are
that's
hiding a son.
that's where we need to go to win these, man. Yeah, let's hear it, man.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
keep
you
going.
know
Let's
we
go.
want to
Let's
hear that
go.
kind of is that your girls tour or the world tour? You know, kind of
You
like
know what he needs? He needs to sit down with Pusha. He needs he. It's like Cole wasn't really bantered hard at school. You know where it was like no bars held. Like a man said Pusha was talking about Drake's producers like
sick, sick,
chronic
sick.
illness.
Yeah,
Like,
sick, sick, sick.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The
yeah,
man has some serious illnesses. He doesn't care.
yeah,
You know what I mean? J. Cole needs to get back on the playground, man. Get into
yeah.
that mentality.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Mm.
And he averaging one hard verse like every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing him. Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga, cause I fuck with him. But push come to shove on this mic, I will humble him. Nino with this thing, this that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money, crying tears before I busted him. Light work.
Oh, okay. Maybe he might have revived it there a little bit. He said this at Nino with the sting. I'm crying New Jack City tears before I bust at him, or G Money tears before I bust at him. And that there's that famous meme of like,
Mm.
you know, in New Jack City
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, like I'm gonna
Wesley
have to do
Snipes
it.
has the
Yep,
gun.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
and yeah, I get it. Maybe that's the level you're going with, but just don't cry. Just actually,
And for
just chill.
the yeah, yeah, 100%. For the young audience, listen, New Jack City was a hit film. Nino Brown was the main character. He was like the main antagonist, right? And obviously there was a point. Wesley Snipes, the actor who was playing Nino Brown, um, he shot his best friend G Money whilst crying.
Mm.
So it kind of relates to the part of, you know what I mean, Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga because I fuck with him. So I kind of there is a bit more context to that,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's kind of like don't make me do this. I don't want to do this.
yeah.
But you're just I'm not a killer, but don't push me. So
Hey,
hey,
facts.
I hear him. I hear him.
Let's hear it.
I fuck with him, but push come to shove on this mic, I will humble him. I'm Nino with this thing, this that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money, crying tears before I busted him. Light work, like it's PWC, it's a cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call, they say that somebody dissing. You want some attention, it come with extensions. My dog like say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets, he got pension. I told him chill out, how I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the conductor.
Beat switch.
I got mixed feelings about these fucking rap niggas. It's over for that cap, the official cap pillars 2-6. We don't act niggas, we get at niggas. Shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog stat filler, stat stuff.
Okay, man. This is it.
Ooh,
I got mixed feelings about this rap
these
niggas,
rap
and
niggas.
this is it. Cole might have thought him and Kendrick were brethren, you know, pally. They probably took each other kids to the day park or whatever.
Mm,
And this is it now. You're now coming at me, and Cole's gone. Well, I got mixed feeling about this. Like, I thought we
yeah.
were friends, and that then kind of puts into context the whole G Money Nino
Yeah,
reference, the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
tears.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because maybe he's coming from a hurt place, but I like the beat switch up in this and like
Yeah, and
the
this is
clarity.
grimy, this is gritty. I like the
Yeah.
part as well. He goes to 2-6. We don't at niggas, we get at niggas. Now 2-6, 26 is the country code, Cumberland County,
Ooh.
which is where J. Cole's hometown is. So it's kind of like it's just it's a I like that he always obviously shouts out where he's from. And you know what? He's kind of just saying, listen, I don't really do the online stuff. I don't really do the internet thing. Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, or I really will come at you. So I like the energy. I like the energy now. It's grimy, it's gritty, and let's go. Let's
Yeah, man.
hear it.
Rap niggas, it's over for that cap. The official cap pillars 2-6. We don't at niggas, we get at niggas. Shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog, stat fillers, stat stuffers, triple double. Get your ass black duffel. Body bag, body bag, body bag. Cold world, your instructor for Pilates class. Get a nigga stretched if I feel a disrespect.
Hey, I like that body bag, body bag,
Buddy
body
bag.
bag, body bag. Call your Pilates instructor. Stretching niggas out.
Mm,
No Diddy. Huh? That's
yeah.
crazy. All right, listen.
Yeah, clean.
That
And
was clean.
even
That was clean. That was clean.
You know what? Even before that, yeah, he's got shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog stat fillers, stat stuffers, triple double. Get your ass black duffled. I
Oh!
like that reference to talking about stat fillers, and then he goes on to triple double, and that's obviously the achievement in NBA when you kind of hit double digit totals in like what was it, three of the five statistics, so assists, blocks, rebounds, steals. Do you know what? It's smart. It's really, really smart there. And then he's got body bag, whole world for your instructor, Pilates class. Yeah, yeah,
Did,
yeah.
did he
You
did
know
he
what?
did he count 6 body bags? That would have been cold. If it was 6 body bag, because obviously triple double 3 times 2 6. That would have been cold. But let's hear that. Let's hear that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go again.
Duffel, body bag, body bag, body bag. Cold world, your instructor for Pilates
Great,
class.
great.
Get a nigga stretched if I feel a disrespect. Your arms might be too short to box with the God who live his life without the pressures of a
Brother,
constant
brother, brother,
facade.
brother,
I
brother.
pray
Stop. Oh my God. You're almost there. You're almost there. Oh my gosh.
6 God.
Body, no. Body bag. It's a triple double. Bro, he's literally body bag is the double. He said it three times. A triplet.
There we go.
So you kind of got it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Clean,
he was trying to achieve
clean,
that, but you
clean.
had to
Yeah, he
think
was.
about
He
it.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't say it six times. He said it three
Three
times, but
times.
the double three times, triple double.
Yeah.
too short to box with the God who live his life without the pressures of a constant facade. I pray for peace, but if a nigga sees these positive vibes, a Falcon 9 inside my pocket, bitch, this rocket gon' fly. Now it's popping outside like the top of July. My text flooded with the hunger for a toxic reply. I'm hesitant, I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real, that shit was
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm done now. You telling us you love your brother? We fucking know you love him, bro. He had 34 seconds on with Future, and I bet he was telling Future fuck J Cole. Now you've been on a beat for 2 minutes 50 seconds. You've told us you love Kendrick 4 times. Now you're saying fucking I
Yes,
love my
and
brother. My texts are filling up with toxic replies, or should I reply? And this, if we go back 10 years ago, when Kendrick Lamar, or 12 years ago, when Kendrick Lamar dropped Control, J. Cole dropped almost a bit of a response. It wasn't a diss record, but it was a response to Kendrick. And at that time, J. Cole said something like, everybody listen, even my mama asking what I'ma do. Decisions. If this is war, then I'll load up on all the ammunition. So
mm-hmm.
he's doing the same thing now, in a sense that he's getting loads of texts from people saying, should I reply? But I love my brother. And 10 years ago, he did the same thing. He said, my mom said, even my mom may ask what I'm going to do. Decisions. He's talking about making decisions. There is no decision to make, J. Cole. If you're dissing, bro. Like, I feel like he's
Hey, what
too
you say?
much in that kind of two minds thing where he's like,
He's
I
one
love my
foot
bro.
in, one foot out. Yeah, he's one
Yeah,
foot in, one foot
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Are we defining this as a diss tractor?
Brother.
Is this what we're saying? So obviously Kendrick
Mm-hmm.
set it off,
Mm-hmm.
but technically you got to remember the actual war begins when the first person releases the dedicated song to the other artist. So you
You
can
don't
say
think
that.
you don't think this is dedicated towards Kendrick Lamar? He hasn't said anything else apart from "fuck the Grammys." Your albums were shit. I love my brother. I love my brother. I'm the coldest in the world. He hasn't even talked about money. He hasn't talked about his kids. Hasn't talked about God.
I
His
hear you.
whole
I hear you.
song
I hear you.
is dedicated to
Is
Kendrick
on Kendrick.
because it wasn't like
Mm.
this was already part of the EP. This clearly the EP was
But
recorded. This clearly got recorded
all
after
right,
the EP.
I hear what you're saying, but this can be for me. This
Mm.
is like Drake's charged up. So this
Okay.
is like it is technically that was it was like a prelude to the actual diss track. So I wouldn't personally call this a diss track. I would say this is like okay, if you're gonna really start this, Kendrick, let's go. And I've got something in the locker. Like this is warning shots fired. This is kind of like you got to think these guys are they're strategic, like to the utmost. These are
Mm.
then he's not letting off his clip, and I don't think he should do this jump out the gate because Kendrick hasn't. Well, why I say that is Kendrick actually hasn't dropped a diss track yet. So this is kind of like for me, where I honestly expect Cole to come harder. It's kind of like Cole is setting the scene, like where his mind's at right now. He's
Mm.
being transparent, like you know what, I'm torn because this guy is Pally Pally. I thought he was my brother, so I'm actually letting you know I feel a bit snaked here. But if you want it, you can go. So it's kind of like for me, it's taking the lesson or the leaf out of Drake's book with the Meek thing, because Drake, no one remembers Charge Up really. The diss
Mm.
track was back to back. But again, it's one of those techie things for me where I think this is high level right now. This is in. We're not dealing with a Meek Mill. I said this before, but this is these dons are smart. Like Kendrick's got time. They've all got time. So for me, I think this is kind of like sending out the feelers.
Mm.
I'm not gonna hold him to a standard where I'd say like, "Ro, this is a weak diss track," because
Mm.
to me, I don't really categorize this as a diss track.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the rest of it, and
Let's go.
I'll give
Let's go.
my thoughts on it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Reply, I'm hesitant, I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real, that shit would feel like swatting a fly. 4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide. Shit, if this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Fly pebbles.
Wow, four albums in 12 years.
12
I can
years.
divide.
Yeah, I can divide.
Is that what we're doing?
Again,
But hasn't J. Cole
yeah.
got like 4 albums in 12 years? This is what I'm a bit confused about. J. Cole isn't like exactly a frequent dropper. I mean, he's got the last album was
He's got more. He's got more.
the one with
He's got.
the
I
one
think
with
he's got.
95 South. What was that again? The album with 95 South with a fire in the background. So he's got that one.
Yeah.
He's got the album where he was telling us not to do drugs. KOD. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
So off season, KOD.
yeah. He's got in the last
For Your
12
Eyes
years.
Only.
For Your Eyes Only. He's like, well, that album on an EP. Fine, we'll call it an album. And then before
Yeah,
that, he had
Forest Hill Drive.
Forest Hill Drives.
And
That's
Born
it,
Sinner.
right? And
And Born Sinner.
Sinner.
12 years.
Okay.
Because if we're talking decade, yeah. But
Mm.
12 years, you got the Born Sinner and Forest Hill Drives brings it up to 5.
Okay, so 5. He did
Yeah.
5 and Kendrick did 4, and that's it. Wait, we're going crazy here because he's got one more.
Yeah, I hear
Alright. So no one, man. And one of them was the Lucy. One of them was. I don't get me wrong. I do definitely. Let's not. I mean, I'm joking here because I actually J. Cole's one of my favorites, but I'm.
Go on.
No, I was gonna say.
I'm just being real. If we're going to be honest, bro, he's had a mad feature run as well. So we're saying like Kendrick's Kendrick's been quiet and the albums.
Yeah.
J. Cole's features, listen, that adds up to about at least 2 projects. We'll give him like 6, 7.
Yeah. And he's got the Dreamville stuff as well. And those are always albums that he features on. So Cole, I wind my neck in, bro, but I got high hopes for you, my guy. Let's hear the rest of this.
4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide. Shit, if this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Fly pebbles at your dome, we the Stone Temple pilots. This is merely a warning shot to back niggas down. Back in the town where they whipping, working, traffic in pounds. My jack jumping bout a rapper making blasphemous sounds. Switching sides like the tassel on the cap and the gown. I'm full.
Alright, okay, now I'm gonna go mad. See, this is a roller coaster of emotions for me as a man who's au fait with J. Cole's music. J. Cole said this is just a warning shot. So again, perfectly. It's almost like Dan got the memo. This is just a warning shot for that your favorite rapper trying to jump out of jacks. And he said, niggas switching sides like the
The
tassels
tassels
on
on
like
the
a
cap,
graduation cap or something.
on yeah, cap and
Yeah?
the gown.
Yeah?
Yes.
So again, this is it. Kendrick, J. Cole feels as though either J. Cole could be saying one or two things. Kendrick, you're
Yeah.
switching sides here, and like, how are you going against me? Or J. Cole saying, I'm switching sides, boy, because I'm gonna ride with, you know what I'm saying, the six guard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very clever play on words there because who is switching sides and what does switching sides mean? But I love that little cap and the
Mm.
gown switching sides with the tassels.
Because it can apply to both people. It can apply to J. Cole. It can
Yeah,
apply to Kendrick Lamar. And traditionally, the tassels are worn on the right side and then move to the left during like a portion of the ceremony. So it's a beautiful reference there because they
clean,
you literally switch the sides of the tassel on the cap based on where you are in the graduation ceremony.
clean.
You know what? He told us it's a warning shot.
Mm.
Back down. Yeah, this is you don't really want it. I'm fully loaded. I can drop two classics now.
Oi,
What?
do you know what? Do you know what that is? For a man to say I can drop. He didn't say I can drop a classic now. He said two. Does that mean he's got two already recorded? You reckon?
Bro, he could do because for me it's the fall off.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was a time he did announce there was two upcoming albums.
I think
Maybe
this was one. I think this and the fall off were the two.
potentially.
But let me hear that last bit again because there was a lot that was said in that when he sped it up there.
Yeah.
What you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Fly pebbles at your dome, we the Stone Temple pilots. This is merely a warning shot, the back niggas down. Back in the town where they whipping, working, traffic in pounds. My jack jumping bout a rapper, making blasphemous sounds. Switching sides like the tassel on the cap and the gown. I'm fully loaded, nigga, I can drop two classics right now. Let me chill out, man.
Conductor.
Fall off on the way, nigga.
Okay.
I love
Fall
it.
off
No,
on the
this is a
way.
clean one here, bro. He says, fly pebbles at your dome,
It's
be the Stone Temple Pilots." Now, they're a grunge kind of alt rock band, yeah?
mhm,
And he's referring fly pebbles at your dome, like as in sort of pebbles, bullets, whatever, temple at your dome, area inside your head, so like going for their headshot.
uh-huh.
And obviously, that is also a reference to the story of David and Goliath, yeah?
Five
In terms
pebbles
of
at the.
exactly the
Oh.
less established David, yeah, which is J. Cole in this
Mhm,
situation,
mhm, mhm.
defeated the great feared Goliath, which you could say is Kendrick, with a headshot to the dome using a slingshot and a stone. So basically, Cole you could say, and this is kind of leaning to your point about him being a bit self-deprecating or not having the confidence, but almost implying that he's not as accomplished, let's say,
Mm,
as Kendrick. But he can still overcome him as like the greatest modern
mm.
rapper by a headshot. So do you know what? There's a lot there, but
Yeah, you know
yeah,
what?
super.
Honestly, superb breakdown there. That's some real Jamie Carragher level analysis and Gary Neville, and that's what people come here to tune in for. So you lot, make sure you're subscribing, man, right now, because this is not,
Come on,
yeah, man, this is not a joke.
come on.
But you know what? J. Cole closed that off in the perfect way possible, and
Hmm.
he shut down all my criticisms for that. Honestly, in that last bit, because my criticisms were, you're not kind of going hard enough. Do you really have the heart? If this is a dedicated diss record, bro, you can't be talking about that's my brother and I love him and bro and he's one of the coldest and I rate him. But he caveated that with all that going, this is a warning shot if he wants to come back. And I think it's a perfect game of tennis now because you've just
Hmm.
received a crazy serve and you've not like hit a forehand across the court. You've just kind of just put it back in his zone and said, "All right, brother, like
Hmm.
like the point's still in play."
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
yeah,
he
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah,
did
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
just perfectly at the end when he was like, "This is just
yeah.
a warning shot. If niggas want it," I said, "Okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
okay."
You know what? I genuinely feel he could have, because I this almost diss track is to give reference to where his mind state is, like where he
Mhm.
actually feels betrayed. But I don't think he articulates that in a way that you actually like. It's almost like he's being soft or he's paying homage. And exactly to your point in terms of not having the venom, I think he could have said like, "Yo, this is very unexpected." Because I think what he's trying to say is like, "I thought we were actually cool," and it's like your boy moving mad, and you're saying like, "Bro, like, I will smoke you, but like, what? Where is this coming from?"
Mm.
And instead of kind of portraying, giving off that betrayal emotion, he's kind of coming on a sense of, you know what, I don't really want to do it. I'm not sure. So I still hear what you were saying earlier about him coming off as a bit too soft and gentle, because for me, I think he could have played on the kind of betrayal element. Like, yo, this has actually come out the blue. Like, I don't know where this has come. Like, I thought we were cool. And instead it seems like he's just a bit like he doesn't
He
really
doesn't really
how
want
can I
to. He
explain it?
doesn't
He
really
doesn't
want
really
to. He
want
doesn't really
to.
want
Like
to
it's
do
not
it.
in him. Like the
Yeah,
venom is not
yeah,
in
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Which yeah.
and again, this is the key. J. Cole in these disses, I don't feel like can ever be the protagonist. He can't lead the dance. He has to be reactive in this dance, and I think that's a bit of a problem. So he won't be able to go to certain depths that, bro. I'm sure Kendrick will say wild things on the next one because he's cut from that cloth, right? He's not really bothered about his public. I mean, he's not necessarily bothered about in a diss sense his public image. He will say wild things. So
Yeah.
and although I said J. Cole said things at the end of this that kind of allayed my fears, it still doesn't provide an answer to my question mark. My question mark is he too nice? That's literally my
Yeah.
question mark. And he hasn't solved that by saying
Yeah.
crazy things.
It doesn't give you confidence that
No, no,
he's
no,
got the
no.
venom to
But
take it, to
what
body
he
it.
has
Yeah.
said is I can go harder or I could escalate this, but I'm not sure what escalation looks like for J. Cole. Is it him instead saying Kendrick, you're broke. Like, or
Mm.
is it real? You know, like Pusha T said, there's layers. You know, like
Yeah, there's layers. Yeah. They are getting dirt right now on everything. They are finding all the
yeah, yeah,
kids that are in hiding and all of that stuff. I don't know, but you know what? Let's ride it out. Are we done?
yeah. We're done. We're
We at
done,
the
man.
end?
We're done,
You know
guys.
what? I think that was a great offering from J Cole. I think there was a lot to go in there.
Yeah.
For me, a 7 minute drill. I'm not under. I don't let us know if there is a meaning to the title because it wasn't a drill beat. I
Mm,
suppose the drill, the element, I got shooters or I got people that will ride out for me. I'm not sure what that he's really referring to there. But I think Cole, as I said, my concluding thoughts is he clearly showing that he's got the rapping ability. He can
mm,
take it there. I'm still got question marks about his mindset. Does he have that killer instinct that we almost want him to have? Is he gun
mm.
shy? Is it kind of like AJ after the Ruiz? You know what I mean? His first few fights after
Yeah,
Ruiz. Does he have that? You know what I mean? That haymaker that Drake and Kendrick has.
yeah.
But I do like where he's alluded to that. Yeah, this has actually come very left field from Kendrick. Like we were actually boys here. I think he could have just worded it in a way that doesn't make him seem so, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
soft.
yeah.
But yeah.
No, no. Listen, I think it's as you said, it's an okay run, not a run out. It's a good run out. Probably give it a 7, 6.5, round it up to a 7. I'd say for me, again in the
Yeah.
kind of realms. But for me, it only stays a 7 if he releases something after it, right? Because if
Mm.
this is it and Kendrick comes back and we don't hear from J
Oh,
Cole
then it's
again,
a five,
then it's a
bro.
5, right? So
Yeah.
it's only based on everything that we've given J Cole credit for. To say, okay, you know what, we believe you. There is something else coming out. This is a warm up. And if Kendrick drops and J Cole says that this is a 5, but for now we'll call it a. I mean, for me personally, it's a 6.5, 7. I guess my
Mhm,
question now is for me. I'll answer the question first from my standpoint, and I'll pose it over to you
mhm,
before we log off here. So big up everyone that's watching right now, and everyone that's gonna watch this
mhm,
in it later. But for me, I would say, look, nothing has changed in terms of how I felt about this battle when we first heard the first one. For me, it was that Kendrick was going to come out on top because he's got the most venom and he chooses how the dance goes. Like he's the one that set it off, so he chooses the tempo or the rhythm. And I thought J Cole was too nice, even though I thought, as we all said, J Cole was the Jude Bellingham in this thing right now, the young, well not the young,
mhm,
but like the
mhm,
most informed. I still thought Kendrick was going to come out on top, and to be honest, nothing has changed in that. Maybe round 2 might make me change my mind. But what are you saying
mhm.
about how this whole thing ends?
Yeah, I see it as number one. I gotta give props to J. Cole for coming out
Yep.
on the subs that were really aimed at Drake, and J. Cole stepped out. But again, we know the fall off is coming. J. Cole is in album mode. He's a dangerous man. He is match fit. He is an active champion. Adesanya a couple years ago. Volkanovski. We're not talking McGregor. I feel like McGregor, Drake is McGregor right now.
Mm.
He's talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's in films. He's in LA. He's Hollywood. He's not in the octagon. He's not doing the features. He's not doing the hard rounds. So I've got to give props to J Cole for actually responding versus Instagram captions from Drake.
Mm.
Um, I think again questions about his killer instinct, his venom, still are there, but the wordplay sharpness is demonstrated on this. Like he is on form. He is like, some of the references there I think are top quality. The body bag, body bag, triple double. The even just making entendres with an ad lib. Like it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Like he's
Yeah.
he's doing a lot there. And to me, I think there's more. I've got faith in Cole. I've got
Mhm.
faith in Cole. I think he can do it. I think it's just a mindset. I don't At the end of the day, I think ability wise, Drake isn't there. Let's give him 2 months. Let's get in the lab, Drake. Separate yourself from the girls. Like he needs to lock in. J. Cole album mode, fall off. This is almost like the way J. Cole's been talking about fall off was when Drake was talking about views. They have sort of programmed our minds for years now. This is like the fall off has been coming for years now. So
Mm.
this really is his prime. I think J. Cole is in an upward trajectory. That's what I would say. And I think this is showing that his ceiling is as high or maybe higher than Kendrick. Historically, Kendrick's has reached the heights. Drake has reached those heights. J. Cole is said this is his time. This
Mm.
is 12 years later. This is his time. He's only getting better. And you can't deny that. And I think to cap off the greats, there has to be a beef. And that's why I think Drake is always in that Mount Rushmore. When we're talking about Biggie, Tupac, like all of these 50 Cent, they've all had rap beef.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it from Cole. And the thing is, Kendrick, we kind of have in us. We haven't technically, but it's not like lack of wanting. Kendrick has kind of gone there with control. He's kind of sent those shots, but people really haven't wanted it. But with Cole, I think this puts him. If this is it, this is it. This puts him in the number one spot if he's able to pull it off. And
To
before
hang.
we log off, I
Yeah.
just wanna quickly go on some of the comments. You right?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Because we've got okay. So we've got Faisal Ahmed Cole. Definitely, Defo has a full main dish ready for Kendrick. Both Drake and Cole will smoke that attention-seeking raccoon from Compton. Lord Ahmed, listen.
Faisal
Big man.
Ahmed, we are in Ramadan as well. This is what you're doing, brother. Listen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah.
Faisal, stay calm, brother. Stay
Yeah,
calm.
stay calm though. But listen. But you know what? I hear what you're saying about you know kind of matching our sentiment that this is the warning shots. This isn't the main diss track from J Cole. So I feel like there's a consensus here.
Mhm.
You can
Mhm.
see in the comments from us that this isn't it. Like this is, and he says it at the end. This is warning shots. We
Who
got
else we got?
Daniel G
Mhm.
from Cole. Cole gets a bonus point for sending a warning shot back first. Drake stay doing IG captions, probably scared from the Pusha T beef. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. So, we all agree there.
And
Genuinely.
also, and just to say
Hmm.
on that as well,
Yeah.
I hate this kind of win like nobody loses type of thing. But in my opinion, if
Hmm.
Cole can hang and create chaos and create doubt in anyone's mind as to like how this whole
Hmm.
thing ends. So if we come out a year from this and we don't have a consensus winner, I think all three of them come out as winners. You know what I'm trying to say? If they've all
Yeah.
released records, because when you look historically, that kind of Jay-Z Ether versus Takeover kind of era,
Yeah.
there is contention. You know, like some people go Ether, some say Takeover, but if you lose, if consensus is that you got washed, it is very difficult to come back from for any of these three. But again, if we're
Mm.
all having the barbershop arguments in a year's time or 2 years' time, I'm going, nah, I think he got him. Nah, I think he got him. I think then in
Great
that
point.
case, all three of
Great
them
point.
really elevate themselves in like GOAT status and they solidify themselves on Mount Rushmore for the last 20 years they've
yeah,
been in the game, 15 years they've been in the game.
yeah. The
Yeah.
irony is that in the end, they will solidify themselves as big three, unless someone gets
Unless someone
meat
gets
milled.
washed, and that's my
Unless
thing.
someone get meat
If
milled.
someone gets
Yeah, yeah,
washed,
yeah.
they become meat milled.
I
They
can't see
become
that,
they
man.
become jaw ruled. You know, like
Yeah,
trust me, you become like the guy
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
near,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
Ja
yeah,
Rule
yeah,
was there
yeah.
with 50, bro. They were neck and neck in terms of like hits and stuff. And then where's Ja
Yeah,
Rule now?
you even got to look at Meek Mill. He like let's not sleep on Meek Mill at that time. He dropped Dreams Worth More Than Money. People were putting him in that conversation.
Of
I
like the
know it
next
might
tier.
seem,
No. Of like
yeah,
certainly like he was like the
he was
next tier
coming.
to Drake's and stuff. And he got
He
washed
was
so
coming.
bad, he lost his bird. You know, Nicki like
It's done.
yeah. So a lot of things
It's
happen,
done.
and then now we're talking about Meek and other certain other Diddy like he's a meme now, and people are looking to
Yeah,
count
yeah,
on Meek.
yeah,
So
yeah.
as I said, these guys just want to make sure they stay they kind of stay on par and keeping. And if you do that, you come out a winner in this. To be honest, as long as you create chaos. So is there any
Hundred
more
percent.
comments? Because I got to get going, lads.
Yeah, yeah, we'll rattle all of these off quickly.
Hmm.
TPAB. So To Pimp a Butterfly was mid boring drill jazz from Daniel G. Friday Night's Lights was also a classic. I'll
Yes,
give you that. I feel like it was a mixtape,
it
but
was.
if
It was
we're
one of the
talking about
first
bodies
three.
of work,
Yeah, it was one of the
yeah,
first three that Cole released, and that is absolutely right. Friday Night Lights might actually be J. Cole's best body of work.
yeah,
Genuinely,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there
yeah.
are some bangers on there.
There's
Blow
some
up.
bangers on that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
it's.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna listen to that
Um,
later today. Who played that comment?
eh, that was Daniel G. Actually, to be
Daniel.
honest, in it is that even Can't Get Enough? Was that Friday Night's Light? Can't get enough. Can't get enough.
I think so. That was either Friday Night Lights or his first album.
Was that,
The
yeah.
first album had In the Morning on there. I forget the name, but
Oh, can
yeah,
I get
yeah,
it in
yeah.
the morning?
Bro,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what? Well, read the next one, and we're just gonna get in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, yeah.
The
We'll
track
get that
list.
up. We'll get that
Yeah.
up. Constantine Kendrick has critical acclaim for hip hop writers and white award shows, but the streets fuck with Cole and Drake's music a lot more. They've been way more present in the culture. Um, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I would say the impact Damn had was extraordinary. Like for me, and even Untitled Unmastered, um, there's certain albums from Kendrick that stood the test of time.
Mm,
I do go back to a lot of Cole and Drake's old music, but you see that Damn, you could still listen to that now. And to me, that's almost perfect album. I don't think J. Cole or Drake has a Damn. So I hear you in terms of the consistency, the features, the cultural relevance, or the streets, if you want to call it, that Cole and Drake have. But in terms of if we're talking elite, like we're talking 20 years from now, is going nowhere.
mm,
And Drake maybe Take Care comes to that. You've
yeah,
got Forest Hill Drive. I don't know if Cole has it. Cole doesn't have a Damn, so he kind of has the. I feel like the Damn is that almost Kendrick's trump card on that.
mm. Any
We've
more
got
comments?
Kevin
Any
K.
more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin K. To Dan's point about classic albums having a theme, you could argue both Take Care and Nothing Was the Same are classics, yet they don't really have a theme or concept. Now, Kevin K, I think that's a great point. I do
Yeah.
feel sonically, Take Care and Nothing Was the Same. I genuinely think pushed the sound of music like far to where you can call that a classic. Theme wise, to be honest, I don't look for that from Drake. I think it's a fair comment, but Drake has never really been, it's kind of been introspective rap or and kind of bullshit, like just but bullshit you want to hear outside, which is
Mm.
to the nth degree phenomenal. And I still think that's incredible hit making ability. Hits are usually about bullshit, really and truly. So
Mm.
I wouldn't knock that against Drake.
It's a good point.
But
It's a really good point actually.
it's
That
it's, it's
that and I said that's my again. That's probably good for me to say. That's my barometer on
mm,
what a classic is, and I think
mhm.
75% of the time, I'm not gonna say 99. You have to hit those two things. It has to be, it has to have the hits, and people that need to like listening to it. But then also it has to have a theme because what the theme helps to do is it conceptualizes the album for people. People can go back to now. Oh, okay, Get Rich or Die Trying. That was all about getting rich or die trying. J. Cole's Forest Hill Drives, that was all about the journey from him adolescence all
Yeah,
the way to
yeah,
him blowing up. So I think themes do matter because it helps people to 20 years from the album to go back and go,
yeah.
that's the story this rapper was trying to tell. College Dropout as an example. You know, I can give
Exactly.
50 examples of themes mattering. But again, really good point by Kevin. You can argue Take Care is definitely is a classic, but does it really have a theme?
Mm.
I don't know. But sorry, any more comments? Because I do
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to
yeah,
get the
yeah.
hell out of
And
here,
then
lads.
we'll finish off. We'll say so we've got Daniel G. I feel like Drake. I feel like people underrate Drake's pen. Uppy Freestyle was amazing, and there is genuine dislike between him and Kendrick going back years. Their beef would be a lot more spicy than K. Dot versus Cole. You know what?
Completely
Great
agree.
point. I told you know what? Honest to God, Uppy Freestyle. Yeah, I know Drake lost the beef, and I don't want to say like, I'm a Drake stan, whatever. Honest to God, Uppy Freestyle is a better song than Story of Adidon. However, as a diss track, you cannot top Story of Adidon because he dropped a bombshell along with hard bars, hard venomous bars that Drake, well, wasn't able to match. Because I'm not going to say whether he could or not. He didn't, so he wasn't able to match.
Mm.
But in terms of an actual song, absolutely, I totally agree. Duppy Freestyle was almost slept on in the context of the beef. But that's a good point in terms of K Dot. Would the beef be better, Drake? And are we missing out on really the heavyweight battle that we want to see?
That
Drake and
is
K Dot.
undoubted because just as much as we're criticizing J. Cole for not
Hmm.
really going at K. Dot and saying that's my brother, I also think there's going to be an element of K. Dot when it really comes down to it that he's going to find difficult to diss J. Cole. And you know what it is? There isn't even material on J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to say? You ride a bike, but you're a multimillionaire. Like, you're good at basketball. You're a nice guy. But the Drake versus Kendrick thing, obviously Kendrick's going to go for the bone against Drake. There's so much dirt on Drake, right? And at the same time, Drake himself can unpack layers about Kendrick that we might not know of, or secrets in the industry that we don't know. You know, there's a big talk at the moment about Kendrick being fake woke. That's an angle to go for that. You claim you're all woke and da-da-da, but what you actually do? Are you feeding niggas in Compton? So, honestly, that might be the perfect point to cap this all off in saying we need Drake to come outside because Cole, and this is my fear for Cole, he's kind of diverted the attention a little bit in something that wasn't a diss at him. And Kendrick might also then divert his attention to Cole, when actually the world needs a Drake Kendrick for beef because that will go to different levels, in my opinion, in terms of the venom that will be shared between those two rappers. Kendrick's not going to tell J. Cole to suck his mum, but Kendrick might tell Drake to suck his dad. You know, like
Yeah, 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 yeah. And let's say like really Drake is number one, so we want the number one guy to go in the beef. Like we
yeah.
kind of don't want the two and three to have it. We want, we want the guy at the top. So I think yeah, that can cap off a great breakdown, a great diss track. I'd say. Well, I'd say a warning shot.
Mhm.
I'd
Mhm.
call it a light jab. I'd call it there were disses in there. And as I said, thank you guys for interacting. Great comments, man. As I said, our subscribers they're real fans, bro. They're proper hip hop heads, and you can tell. They love it, and this is what it's about. We love, hip hop isn't dead. And I've got to give shout out to Metro Boomin because at the end of the day, he set this off and he's kicked it off, and this is what we love. This is what we
Yeah,
love to tuck into. So,
and
you know
listen,
what I
you
mean?
you
Whoever's
guys,
idea it was,
yeah,
shout
sorry,
out to him.
I know 100%
Mm.
on the Metro point, and you guys in the comments, man, let us know. Are you rocking with this? Is this the? Because listen, we looking to make sure we get these reactions to you a sizzap. That's why we're here, bruv. Because
Mhm.
this dropped when I woke up and I clocked off for the day, and we're having to run it up. So you guys need to let us know in the comments below. Daniel G, Kevin, Vic Mensa, Faisal, I know what you want, Faisal. You're talking bare smoke at Kendrick, even though it's Ramadan. I don't like
Mm.
that, bruv. But let us
Mm.
know in the comments below. Do you want to hear more from us once these records come out? Like saying, yo, you guys, however you serve it, guys, jump on the lives and let us know, man. So we're gonna do it how you guys want us to do it. How do you prefer to consume the content? Because we're enjoying this as much as you are, man.
100%. And
Yeah.
stay tuned, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Listen, we're waiting
All
for the
right.
next disc. Wheel it up. Over and out.